Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm just glad you're here. Today, I have got a cool little knife to share with you guys. First off, I want to say thank you to the channel members. Thank you, thank you. Thank you to anyone who subscribes to the channel, and thank you to anyone who just comes in and watches the content, watches my videos. I really appreciate you. If you like it and you're so inclined, if you do hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon, it really does help me out. So this little knife was picked up by my buddy A to Z EDC from Blade Binge. Little knife that he thought was cool. I think it's cool. I wanted to check it out and bring it to you. But I wanted to ask you guys to go give at A to Z EDC some love over on Instagram, because he is the reason I get to show a lot of cool knives that I don't have in my collection. So this is a Joey Roman mini push dagger. It is a chisel grind, or should I say it started out as a chisel grind. It has been sharpened and had an edge put on the back. I think this is going to go with my A100 to Kyle Coonley. A to Z wanted it kind of edged up, right? Gotten a little bit sharper. It is a fantastic little knife. Joey Roman makes great knives. One of the knives we're going to do a size comparison on is one of the Joey Roman knives that I have. This is done in a tool steel with a G10 handle that really gives you a multitude of different push grips, because this is, and for most practical terms, in my opinion, a push dagger. It's not set up to be a slicer, a cutter. However, sharpened up, it would make a great box opener. I opened an Amazon box with it today, and it did just fine. But I know A to Z was thinking it was going to be a full chisel and was kind of stoked about that. So it's definitely got bite. It's got a thicker grind. I was going to touch it up for him by hand, but I think since I'm sending a knife off to Kyle Coonley, I might just send this one as well. Let Kyle do a little hand magic on it, get it a little bit sharper. But guys, what a cool little aggressive bayonet style dagger. Just beautiful lines. You've got these really nice grind lines on the show side with this nice blood groove. And then you had a perfectly flat chisel on the back. Joey does a lot of chisel grinds and does them very well. You've got this lanyard tube here in the back. Really makes for the addition of a lanyard, just if you needed a little additional tail, right? It's a small knife, has this Kydex sheath that locks it in just perfectly. A great pocket dropper, and it has a great thumb release. So you've got double-edged, sharp little dagger here. Again, I look at this as a Slurpee saber type knife, as a novelty knife, as a box opener. I don't look at it to go out and break down a bunch of cardboard with, but it is super cool. Let's do a couple of quick sizes on it and just see kind of what it comes in as. Looking at some knives that you might be familiar with, like the Benchmade Bug Out. And the Benchmade Mini Bug Out. So it's going to be smaller than both the Bug Out, and it's going to be smaller than the Mini Bug Out. Probably going to be a little bit bigger than our Baby Banter. It is going to be bigger than the Baby Banter. But looking at it next to another Joey Roman knife, this is the Mini Tanto. And it's much larger than that. I'd say a good inch larger than the Tanto. Look at it next to the LT Wright Frontier First. It's going to be longer than it. Let's look at it next to Andrew's Guard Dog. It's going to be just the same size as the Guard Dog, which I think is a 6-inch knife. And finally, we'll look at it next to the David Mary Custom Riverhawk, which is going to be longer than the little Joey Roman. So let's take our tape measure, and I think we're going to see this is a 6-inch knife. Well, 6 and right under 6 1/4, with a 3-inch blade exactly, and a 3 1/4 inch handle. If you take the handle from the back to the swedge here, or the choil, you're looking at 3.5 inches to right here. If you're looking at this dimension, you're looking at 3 inches, 3.5 inches, 3 inches, 3.5 inches. But just a little tank of a knife. I mean, I can imagine this. It's heavy, like a tool is heavy, and we'll get a weight on it here in a second. But it is just a little bullet. The overall blade thickness, 0.1560. The handle at its thickest is 0.48 down to 0.35. So it gives you really good grip. Those ridges really support your fingers. Just for a push dagger, I think it's just great. I wouldn't do anything to it. I don't think it needs to be sharpened, but I know A to Z wants it sharp. So the naked weight on this little guy is whopping 3.3 ounces on a 3-inch blade. That's pretty beefy, but that's what I would want in a little combat knife. Carry weight 4.9, so it's under 5 ounces. I look at it as a pocket dropper. That's how I would carry it. I think that's how A to Z is going to carry it. But what a fantastic little pokey, stabby banger of a chisel grind knife. Joey Roman makes some super killer knives. I will link his Instagram on the description, because that's where I see a lot of his knives. That's where I saw this little knife for the first time. This is a little Joey Roman Micro Tanto chisel grind. Just a cool little knife. Micarta handles. Done very, very well. But yeah, fantastic little specimen here. I'm glad A to Z picked it up. I hate it that he's bummed out that it had the both edges sharpened, but I can understand that. A little miscommunication there. But guys, cool knife. Check out Joey Roman Customs. I'll link him, his Instagram. Give him a follow. Look at some of the stuff he's turning out. And know he does custom work too. But do me a favor. If you're so inclined, thumbs up. If you hated it, thumbs down. If you'd like to, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification icon. But most importantly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.